Hi, this is the part 2, traveling restrictions. It's all about my children and of course myself, right? As you know, when you see the part 1, the last video, you notice that I said I'm not able to travel to China without quarantine. So Edson still waiting. My son is still waiting for the working visa, which his company trying to apply for him. His company is a new company, and they're planning to hire 20 plus overseas people, like professions, like in his company. And my son Edson is one of them. It's been, he said, supposed the processing time is about 6 to 8 weeks, and actually this processing is since last year. Because of the new company and because of the lockdown of UK, London, everything has been delayed and delayed. So the last visit to the visa department is about last week, and they say like, oh, they will not approve of 20 something visa. So they said like, either you be the one, like the owner, be the one to choose who he want to apply, or the immigration will be the one, the visa office. So now, okay, the owner have to choose, and then of course my son is one of them to be hired, but it's take time, another maybe don't know how many weeks. And in the meantime, my son visa will be expire around mid of April. The other problem is that he's not able to come back to Hong Kong because no one will be allowed, or no flight, direct flight or whatever flight. If you have stayed in UK for more than 2 hours, and the period of how many days, you're not able to check in. And UK, no direct flight to Hong Kong. I have checked around, and they say like, oh, then your son may need to go to somewhere that allow him to be quarantined, like stay there for 14 days or 21 days, for 21 days before he can abort to Hong Kong, then another quarantine. That means 42 days quarantine, right? And to quarantine in Hong Kong, at least another $10,000 plus, 10,000 Hong Kong plus. That means you're thinking of about like, it's a waste of money to quarantine. Just stay in the hotel and you can't do anything. So he's thinking of maybe, hopefully he can go to not Macau. He can go to Moscow. His girlfriend is from Moscow, so this is what his plan is. Worst come to worst, then he will stay there for only 1 month, because they not allow them to stay for longer than that. And then he will need to from Moscow maybe go into China to quarantine, because people from China to Hong Kong no need to quarantine. If you have all the examinations, you don't need to quarantine if you're from China. So this is what I'm thinking, like, if why he still because the visa office said during this processing time they will not extend his visa, so he need to go to somewhere else to wait for the visa to be processed. It's crazy. So I don't know. And then I find another hotline from Hong Kong immigration. So they say like they give me another email address of UK visa center immigrations, and they ask Essen to email them about his situations and see whether they will like extend his stay. While when I give him the information, he emailed it right away. The thing is, whether the email is received it, read, or what, we don't know. We have to wait until the last minute. Right, it's a lot of unknown and a lot of, it's not the questions, what do you call, trouble. It's a tough years. We have been in tough years since 2019 because of the riot. And hopefully everyone will have their freedom to travel. Yeah. The agents always ask me, oh, when are you coming up to have a look of the place? I say, it's not that I don't want to go, it's I'm not able. Who will go to a place that you need to quarantine for 21 days for not doing anything, just stay in the room or a house or what? And the thing is, you can't quarantine in your own place in Hong Kong. You have like, just like China, the first 14 days that you have to quarantine in the hotel, 14 days in the hotel, then 7 days in your own apartment or your place, right? But in Hong Kong, you have to quarantine 21 days. Since today, still this is the regulations, 21 days. That's it. Okay, thank you for your time. Release some of my stress to speak it out. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.